Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdul Salam. This is my calculus quiz question explanation. That question is, what is maximum and minimum values? Maximum and minimum are extreme values of functions. Maximum refers to the greatest value of the function and minimum refers to the smallest value of the function. Suppose a function f of x in which x is any real number for which f of x is defined at any point c. If f of x is less than or equal to f of c, then its absolute maximum. If f of x is greater than or equal to f of c, then its absolute minimum. Here is the graph of maximum and minimum values. Now this is my question. Suppose we have rectangle with length 8 meter and width 3 meter. We cut its corner with length and width of x. We need to find value of x so that box has minimum values. When we fold this corner, we get a box with measurement length is equal to 4 minus 2x, width is equal to 5 minus 2x, and height is equal to x. We know that volumes formula length into width into height. We put the values 4x cube minus 22x square and 24x. We can get to find minimum values of this volume. We find its critical points by taking derivative. Then we find minimum by taking derivative again. So we take the derivative of 12x square minus 44x plus 24, and we find the value of x is equal to 2 by 3 and x is equal to 3. That are the critical point. By putting these critical points in double derivative, we will get maximum and minimum values. We take the double derivative of 24x minus 44. By putting the value x is equal to 2 by 3 and x is equal to 3, we get the values x is equal to 3 and double derivative of v is equal to 28. Positive value of double derivative shows that one critical point x is equal to 3, the volume can still increase. So the minimum volume of box is 28 meter cube. Thank you.
Question is how to gain the maximum profit on a selling some product. So I have supposed the price of the product and the cost of the product, cost price and selling price. So sir, we have made two equations in the form of x. The price at which it will sell, it is 3000 minus 2x, and the cost price we have supposed is 1200x plus 2600. Now sir, to find the profit, we have to make the equation like this, that the profit is equal to total earning minus cost. Total earning means the price into the products, number of products we have formed. So x shows the number of products. If we have the price 200 rupees and number of products is equal to 5, so the total earning will be 1000 minus the cost price, we will gain the profit. So sir, the price is taken from this equation, 3000 minus 2x, and multiplying that with the x and minus the cost price. So sir, the equation formed is this, minus 2x square plus 1800x plus 2600. So sir, now we will take the derivative of the profit because we have to find the critical values, the critical points. Then we will know that the maximum value and the minimum value. So the derivative of the profit gives us the value of 4 minus 4x plus 1800. This is the first derivative. So the putting this derivative is equal to 0, this will give us the critical value. So x is equal to 450 is the critical value. Now we have to verify this value, that it is the minimum critical value or the maximum value. So taking the double derivative of the profit, the first derivative was minus 4x plus 1800, so the second derivative will become minus 4. So here the minus 4, we will check this, that the minus 4 is less than 0. If the double derivative of the equation is less than 0, this means the critical value is the maximum critical values. So that 450 is the right number of the products on which we can attain the maximum profit. So the 450 units can produce the maximum profit. This means that if we make 450 products, one product 450 times 450, this will give the maximum profit. So if we increase the production of that product, this will also leads us to the less profit. And also if we make less products than 450, it will also give us the less profit. So the optimum point at which the maximum profit we will gain is the 450 for this equation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Ansad and I will present the topic of maximum and minimum. मैंने एक सिंपल सी एक ग्राफ बनाई है और उस पर कर्व ड्रॉ कर दी है और इस पर एक टेंजेंट लाइन एक इस पॉइंट पे ली है और एक इस पॉइंट पे ली है और एक इस पॉइंट पे। लेट्स जब हम देखेंगे कि ये पॉइंट जब इस पर टेंजेंट ड्रॉ की तो ये इंक्रीज हो रहा है और इस पीक वैल्यू पे जाके मैक्सिमम हो जाएगी और इसकी जो स्लोप है वो ज़ीरो हो जाएगी। क्यों बोला? क्योंकि ये पैरेलल है टू एक्स एक्सिस, जिसकी वजह से ये ज़ीरो हो जाएगी। जब हम इसकी कर्व की नीचे डाउनवर्ड तरफ आएंगे तो ये वैल्यू मिनिमम हो जाएगी और डिक्रीज होना शुरू हो जाएगी और स्लोप आल्सो सेम बिहेवियर ज़ीरो बिकॉज इट इज़ पैरेलल टू इस एक्स एक्सिस। सो हमारे पास जो कंडीशंस आएंगी वो क्या होगी? पहली कंडीशन क्या है कि जो मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम वैल्यू पे स्लोप ऑफ अ टेंजेंट लाइन है वो क्या है? ज़ीरो है। एंड द सेकंड वन इज़ मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमा जब उसका डेरिवेटिव है वो इक्वल टू ज़ीरो है और एफ डैश है कि लिबनीज ने यूज़ किया था। थर्ड और फोर्थ कंडीशंस को देखने के लिए कि मैक्सिमम और मिनिमा किस किस कंडीशन पे होगा तो मैंने एक सिंपल कर्व लिया, ओपन पैराबोला, अपवर्ड एंड डाउन पैराबोला, क्लोजवर्ड। तो इस पर एक टेंजेंट ड्रॉ किया मैक्सिमम जब इसका डेरिवेटिव लेंगे इक्वल टू ज़ीरो और डी वाई इक्वल डी एक्स इज इक्वल टू ज़ीरो जब इसका सेकंड डेरिवेटिव लेंगे वो लेस देन हो इक्वल टू ज़ीरो तब वैल्यू क्या होगी? मैक्सिमम। एंड आल्सो सेम डैट जब डी वाई और डी एक्स इज इक्वल टू ज़ीरो उसका जब सेकंड डेरिवेटिव लें डाउन पैराबोला का जो है वो ग्रेटर दैन टू ज़ीरो तो वो वैल्यू मिनिमा होगी। मैंने इसको एग्जांपल से सॉल्व करने की कोशिश की है। एग्जांपल 4 है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 लिया था। एफ एक्स इक्वल टू 5 प्लस 3x माइनस एक्स क्यूब। पूछा गया फाइंड एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू ऑफ अ गिवन फंक्शन के एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू क्या होंगी? फॉर एग्जांपल मींस के रिलेटिव मैक्सिमा एंड रिलेटिव मिनिमा। तो सेम जब हमने कंडीशंस क्या फॉलो की थी कि जब हम डेरिवेटिव लें तो फर्स्ट वी टेक द डेरिवेटिव 3 माइनस 3x के फॉर एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू पुट एफ डैश एज इक्वल टू ज़ीरो। तो हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा? जिसका डेरिवेटिव इक्वेशन 1 का लिया 3 माइनस 3x के इक्वल टू ज़ीरो, 3 को साइड पे ले गया -3 हो गया और डिवाइड हो गया, डायरेक्ट किया इसको x के इक्वल 1 x इक्वल टू प्लस माइनस 1। हमारे पास दो वैल्यू आ जाएंगी x इक्वल टू 1 x इक्वल टू -1। थर्ड वन कंडीशन थी अगेन हम डेरिवेटिव लें किसके लिए? मैक्सिमा और मिनिमा वैल्यू को फाइंड करने के लिए कि वो किस पॉइंट पे वो मैक्सिमा होगी और किस पॉइंट वो मिनिमा होगी। देन वी टेक डेरिवेटिव ऑफ इक्वेशन 1 माइनस 6x हमारे पास आ जाएगा एट x इज इक्वल टू 1 और x इज इक्वल टू -1 क्योंकि हमारे पास जो अंडर रूट लेने की वजह से जो वैल्यूज आई थी वो 1 और -1 आई थी तो वो वैल्यू मैंने उसमें पुट कर दी सेकेंड डेरिवेटिव में तो हमारे पास -6 आ जाएगा जो है लेस देन इक्वल टू 0। तो हमारे पास जो गिवन फंक्शन है f(x) इक्वल है रिलेटिव मैक्सिमा एट x इक्वल टू 1। सेम डैट f डबल डैश इज इक्वल टू -6x, इसमें -1 मैंने पुट किया और ये ग्रेटर देन है 0 तो ये गिवन फंक्शन जो होगा रिलेटिव मिनिमा एट x इज इक्वल टू -1। थैंक यू।
My name is Muhammad Musaddiq Fahim. I am from Software Engineering Department. I am going to telling you about the concept of maxima and minimum. First of all, I am going to telling you the maxima and minima in the calculus, and calculus is and first of all I am going to tell you the calculus. Calculus is the rate of change, and in calculus the maxima and the minima is the concept. And as you know that I give you example on daily life. You go from a truck to Rawalpindi or any other far for a trip or for a shopping, your initial point and your initial distance must be 0, and final point is depend upon your distance time, and 0 is the absolute minimum and 2 is the absolute maximum. That is the concept of the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. And also on the absolute maximum and the absolute minimum, there is a local minimum and the local maximum. For example, as you go from Attock to Rawalpindi on the GT road, there is some jumps on the road where you stop the car or reduce the speed of the car, and that they reduce the speed of car, there is a local minima and local maxima. And I give you example that you go from Attock to Rawalpindi. That is this is the graph shown. For example, this is the absolute maximum and this is the absolute minimum, and this is the local minima and local maxima. And now I'm going to telling you the now I hope you understand by this example as well. Now I am going to give the solution with related to mathematical problem, and from that mathematical you can understand easily, I hope. A rectangular box with open tabbed up, made up of cardboard with size 3 int and 8 int. What size should be cut from the each corner to form box with minimum volume? To find the minimum volume, that volume is varying and the size is also varying, that we cut x square length and width from each corner of the rectangle. We get this type of box. And to find the volume of the box, we multiply length multiply by width and height. After multiplying this occasion, we get this occasion, and arranging this occasion, we get this occasion. And derivative dy by dx is 12x square minus 44x plus 24. Derivative is the calculate the rate of change, and we put the derivative is equal to 0 because this is the point where there is no increase or a decrease. For that's why I put the 0 because it is critical point, or such as after factorizing this equation, we get this x is equal to 2 by 3 and x is equal to 3. After putting these value in equation, we get the maxima and minima. And also do again derivative of this equation, we to check the rate of change in the construction of a box. Again derivative d square v and dx square, that's give 24x minus 44x. In this again we give x is equal to 2 by 3 and x is equal to 3. Then after putting this, we get minus 28 and 28. After putting the plus 28 in the original value, we get the minimum volume that I can find from this problem, as that is available in the question to find the minimum volume, as the minimum value is minus 18. I hope you can understand very well. Thank you so much for listening me.
Our question is maximum and minimum. Maximum volume of box, maximum volume that required to construct a box. So here we have a solution for it. That's question minimum value for construction. Suppose we take a rectangular board which with 3 inches width and 8 inches in a length. So here the volume is equal to length multiply width multiply height. Now length is equal to 8 inches that we mentioned there, and width is equal to 3. So our length is equal to 8 minus 2x and same as width is equal to 3 minus 2x. So by putting the value in this formula, that volume formula, 8 minus 2x is the length that and 3 minus 2x is the width. So multiply by height. After solving this, we get this from after solving we get this value. Now taking derivative of this equation, we get d means derivative of volume divided by derivative of x. That is equal to 12x square minus 44x plus 24. After taking common from this, we get 3x minus 2 and x minus 3. In first, we get x is equal to 2 over 3 and other 2x minus x is equal to 3. After taking second derivative of volume divided by second derivative of x, 24x minus 44. This is our equation. Putting value in this equation, while our x is equal to 2 over 3 as 24 and we replacing 2 over 3 with x. This means after solving we get minus 28. This is our minimum value for board construction, and putting the value while our x is equal to 3 in same equation, we get 24 after replacing x with 3 and minus 44. After solving we get 28. This is our maximum value required to construct a board. To construct a board, our minimum value, we must use those value and take minus 28 inches from every corner of box. So here we get 28 inches as a minimum value that we must require to construct a board. Without this value we cannot construct a board. Here our solution.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Saad Siddiqui and I am from CS department. Today I am going to discuss the topic of maxima and minima. So let's start. What is maxima and minimum? As the name suggests, this topic is devoted to the method of finding the maximum and minimum values of a function in a given domain. It finds application in almost every field of work and in every subject. Let's find out more about the maxima and minima in depth. Maximum and minimum. Maximum and minimum values are called extreme values of the function. Absolute maxima and absolute minima are also referred as global maxima and global minima. So we have the terms like local maxima, local minima, and global maxima and global minima. So what's that? Let's discuss one by one. What is local maxima? A point is known as local maxima of a function when there may be some other point in the domain of the function for which the value of the function is more than the value of the local maxima. But such a point does not exist in the vicinity or neighborhood of the local maxima. You can also understand it as a maximum value with respect to the points nearby it. And similarly, what is global maxima? A point is known as global maxima of a function when there is no other point in the domain of the function for which the value of the function is more than the value of the global maximum. And similarly, we can also explain the local minima and global minima with this concept. In the graphical representation of this, we have these 2 points. In which if we draw the tangent, it will give us 0 slope, right? And similarly we have 2 points which we call minimum points. in which if we draw tangent, then it will also give us zero slope. But we will introduce local maximum and local minimum points with global maximum and global minimum points. अगर हमें पता हो कि हमारा एक फंक्शन एक जगह पर ही है और हमारा फंक्शन पूरा हमें एक फिनिट फंक्शन हो और हमें पता हो कि ये यहाँ पर इस पॉइंट पर लेट्स सपोज इस पॉइंट पर इस पॉइंट से लेकर इस पॉइंट पर ख़त्म हो रहा है, तो हम ग्लोबल मैक्सिमा एंड ग्लोबल मिनिमा की टर्म्स यूज़ करेंगे क्योंकि हमें पता है कि उसका स्पेसिफिक मैक्सिमम और स्पेसिफिक मिनिमम पॉइंट क्या है. बट अगर हमें पता ही ना हो और हमारा ग्राफ जो है इन्फिनिटली चलता जा रहा हो और हमें आगे पता ही ना हो कि हमारे पास क्या है, तो हम लोकल मैक्सिमा एंड लोकल मिनिमा की टर्म्स इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे ताकि हमें पता चल सके कि हमारे पास इस जो हमें जो ग्राफ दिया गया है उसमें तो ये पॉइंट्स है, लेकिन आगे जाके ये मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम पॉइंट्स आगे आ सकते हैं. तो हम इसमें लोकल मैक्सिमम और लोकल मिनिमम की टर्म्स इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे. राइट, मूविंग टू नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. We have the graph of sine. Similarly, if we draw the tangent, then it will give us zero slope, and similarly in the minimum point, if we draw tangent, then it will give us 0 point. So this point is maximum point and this one is minimum point. This graph is infinite, right? So we will introduce local points here, right? This is local max and this is local minimum. But what if we have to find the maximum and minimum values only on these points, which is A and B? Then we will introduce here and here maximum and minimum points as the global maximum and global minimum points. मतलब अगर हमें ये फंक्शन एक फिनिट दिया हो और हमें पता हो कि ये फंक्शन यहाँ से शुरू होकर यहाँ पर ख़त्म हो जाता है, तो हम जो पॉइंट्स मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम पॉइंट्स देखेंगे वो हम ग्लोबल मैक्सिमम या एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम और एब्सोल्यूट मिनिमम देखेंगे. बट अगर जिस तरह हमारा ये वाला ग्राफ है ये चल रहा है, तो हम इसमें लोकल मैक्सिमम और लोकल मिनिमम के पॉइंट्स इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे क्योंकि हमारे पास कोई एक मेन पॉइंट्स नहीं है. राइट, तो मूविंग ऑन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. So we have the steps to calculate the maximum and minimum points. The first step is to find the first derivative of the function. The necessary condition for fx to have maximum or minimum points is that fx should be equal to 0 at any given point. Then the next step is to assume the function equal to 0, the first derivative equal to 0 to find the critical points. Then we have to take the second derivative and we will insert the values which we will find by assuming the function is equal to 0. Then we will insert the values one by one in the second derivative of the function. If the second derivative is greater than 0, then the point is minimum. But if the second derivative is less than 0, then the point is maximum. But if the second derivative is equal to 0, then the point is neither minimum nor maximum, and such a point is called stationary points. Right, so with the help of these steps we will be solving our next question. Moving to the next question. In this question, what is the value of the function x minus 1 to the product of x minus 2 square at its maxima? So in the first step we have simply write the question and then we will simplify it, this part of the function, and we will open the square of x minus 2. After then we will take the product of this whole function just to simplify it, After then we will take first derivative. As you have seen that we are going step by step, as we have seen that we have to take the first derivative. So we have taken the first derivative. Now we will assume the first derivative equal to 0 to find the values of x. हमने f prime x जो फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव है फंक्शन का, उसको हमने 0 के ऊपर रखा और we have find the values of x and x with both values of x. Now we will insert the values one by one in the function, but in the second derivative. ऑफ द फंक्शन. हमने इस फंक्शन का एक और डेरिवेटिव लेना है. आई एम सॉरी, we have to take the second derivative of this function, and we have to insert these values in that in the second derivative, right? So the second derivative of this function is 6x minus 10, and now we will be inserting the values one by one. If we insert the 4 divided by 3 value, then it will give us the answer minus 2, which is less than 0. Then it is the maximum point, and we have to find it the maximum. But let's solve for the other value of 2, which is 2, and when we insert the value of x, which is 2, in the second derivative, it will give us positive 2, which is greater than 0. Then it is the minimum point. So from this example, hence it is proved that at x is equal to 4 divided by 3, the function will occupy maximum value. So this is the whole concept of maxima and minima. I hope you would like it. Thank you very much.
So Assalamu alaikum. I am Shahryar Hafiz from Computer Science Department, having a registration number B20F0430CS038. So the subject is calculus and analytical geometry. This is a calculus presentation of water level rising up, which is following the concept of maximum and minimum. So basically, let me talk about the question assigned. So I am assigned to give the presentation or explanation in video form of question number 7 of our open book quiz, which is following the concept of maximum and minimum. And basically the question number 7 is about the level of water rising up in a conical container. So I thought that to represent the concept in PPT would be the better idea. So I have attached my solution of question number 7 in ahead slides. So I want kind cooperation to concentrate. So question number 7 about maximum and minimum concept. I am gonna represent this concept by solving the below question. Let me read the question for you. Water is leaking out of a conical tank or container at 500 centimeter cube per minute. The tank or container has a height of 24 centimeter and a radius of 6 centimeter. Find the rate at which the water is being poured into the tank or container if the water level is rising at 15 centimeter per minute when the height of the water is 9 centimeter. So first of all, it is a graphical representation. Coming towards the next slide, it is the second page of the solution, in which I have first of all I have taken a volume is equal to 1 upon 3 multiplied by pi multiplied by r square multiplied by height, and set to the equation 1. So now the height of the container is 24 centimeter and the radius is 6 centimeter. So the radius in terms of height, so basically height is equal to 4 times of radius. Then r is equal to h upon 4. Then we put that r in equation number 1, which is v is equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square multiplied by h. So this is the total steps I have presented in the solution. So in the end we have v is equal to 1 upon 48 multiplied by pi multiplied by h cube. So now what? Now take the derivative with respect to time on both sides. So we will have the equation like dv upon dt is equal to 1 upon 48 multiplied by pi multiplied by 3 h square multiplied by d with respect to height. So this is equation number 2. So now dv upon dt represents what? dv upon dt represents the rate of change of volume in and out. So dv upon dt is equal to v in minus v out. So we have set this equation to equation number 3, but unfortunately we don't have V in and V out, so we will use equation number 2. In the next slide, dV upon dt is equal to 1 upon 48 and multiply by pi, and we have put the values which were given in the question. So after solving step by step, we have got dV upon dt is equal to 238.59. Now put this change in equation number 3, which is dV upon dt is equal to V in minus V out. So now dV upon dt has it is equal to 238.59, and V out is given in the question, which is 500 cubic meter per minute. So after solving this, we have got V in is equal to 738.59 centimeter cube per minute. So this is not our final answer, because we have to find the net answer. So hence the tank or container which is letting enter the 738.59 centimeter cube water per minute, but it also letting go 500 cubic meter water per minute as leakage. So the net water rising level is 238.59. So this was my presentation or explanation. So thank you for watching.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Tayyib Said from Software Engineering Department. Here I am here to discuss the quiz to achieve maximum profit on selling some products. Here I use for this question first derivative to determine whether the function is increasing or decreasing on a given interval. We shall use this information to develop a procedure which is first derivative test to find the relative maximum and minimum. First of all, I use a formula calculating maximum profit, total cost revenue and total cost, or both are expressed as a function of quantity. We can determine the profit by determining of total profit equation. So the formula is profit is equal to revenue minus cost. So after I am discussing the formula which is P is equal to QP minus 32Q plus 100, where P is the profit, Q is the quantity and small p is the price of product, while bracket 32Q plus 100, it is the cost producing product, which is CQI, which is given in the here 32Q plus 100. So this is cost producing. So putting I am taking some value and put in it. From this formula I can find what we can do for to achieve a maximum profit on selling some products. After determination of this formula, we can find how to achieve maximum profit on selling some products. So I need to decrease the number of products by 6 for the net profit would be maximum. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अच्छा जी, हमारा टॉपिक जो है वो ये है कि मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमम वैल्यूज़ ऑफ फंक्शन। हम इसको हमारा टॉपिक है कि हम इसको किस तरह अप्लाई करेंगे अपने डेली लाइफ एग्जांपल्स में। डेली लाइफ में हम जो कुछ करते हैं वो इसके ऊपर किस तरह अप्लाई करेंगे। तो इसमें एक है कि हम अगर कोई प्रोडक्ट बेचते हैं तो इसके ऊपर ये जो मैक्सिमम मिनिमम वैल्यूज़ ऑफ फंक्शन है तो ये किस तरह अप्लाई करेंगे। तो इसमें हम एग्ज़ाम्पल लेते हैं। पहले लेट सपोज वी टेक द एग्ज़ाम्पल ऑफ एयर कंडीशन शॉप। अगर हमारे पास एक एयर कंडीशन शॉप है ना, तो उसके प्रोडक्ट बेचने के लिए हम किस तरह ये यूज़ करेंगे इसके ऊपर। तो हमारे पास गिवन में आता है द अमाउंट ऑफ यूनिट्स सोल्ड डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्राइस। अच्छा जी, इसमें एक्स ऑफ पी इक्वल्स टू 1000 माइनस पी। तो जो ये पी है तो द अमाउंट ऑफ यूनिट्स सोल्ड डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्राइस। तो ये यूनिट्स है एक्स और ये पी जो है ये प्राइस है, डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्राइस। तो ये हमारे पास जो वैल्यू इसकी जो गिवन में हमें दिया है वो 1000 माइनस पी है। और ये जो सी एक्स है, सी ऑफ एक्स, दिस इज़ द कॉस्ट ऑफ द मतलब प्रोडक्ट। तो हमारे पास है 3000 प्लस 20x। इसमें जो है 3000 पी की आर है, हम कह सकते हैं कि पी की आर लेट सपोज, तो ये फिक्स्ड है। वाइल जो ये 20x है तो ये जो कास्ट है 20x इज़ द कास्ट पर यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस। मतलब एक यूनिट पर यूनिट, मतलब जिस तरह हमारे पास प्रोड्यूस होता है तो एक के लिए 20 प्राइस है। तो इसके बाद हमारे पास रिक्वायर्ड क्या होगा, इसमें हम फाइंड करेंगे कि रेवेन्यू का क्या है, मतलब आमदनी कितनी है, प्राइस इसका कितना है, प्राइस मैक्सिमम हम फाइंड करेंगे इंशाल्लाह। और इसमें एक बात ये भी है कि प्राइस मैक्सिमम व्हेन मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटीज़ x इक्वल्स टू 500। हमारे पास जो टोटल कैपेसिटी होगी वो अगर 500 होगी तो वो फिर कितना बनेगा। अच्छा जी, तो इसके बाद हमारा जो ये पास है रिक्वायर्ड में p फॉर p मैक्सिमम, मतलब अच्छा जी इसमें p फाइंड करेंगे p मैक्सिमम के लिए। अच्छा, तो सोल्यूशन में आते हैं जल्दी जल्दी। तो इसके बाद है सोल्यूशन। फर्स्ट वी हैव टू फाइंड और ऑफ एक्स मींस रिवेन्यू। अच्छा जी, अब पहले हम इसमें रिवेन्यू फाइंड करेंगे। तो रिवेन्यू फाइंड करने के लिए हमारे पास फार्मूला हो जाएगा प्राइस मल्टीप्लाइड बाय एक्स। तो प्राइस जो हमारे पास गिवन में दिया है वो एक्स ऑफ पी इक्वल्स टू 1000 माइनस पी है। तो ये हमारे पास हो जाएगा, जो p है वो हमारे पास लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पर आ जाएगा, और जो ये x है ये हमारे पास राइट हैंड साइड पर आ जाएगा। तो हमारे पास बन जाएगा p की वैल्यू p इक्वल्स टू 1000 माइनस एक्स। अच्छा जी, अभी हम इसको पुट करते हैं फर्स्ट इक्वेशन में। तो इसको फर्स्ट इक्वेशन में पुट करने के बाद हमारे पास बन जाएगा आर एक्स इक्वल्स टू 1000 माइनस एक्स इंटू एक्स। तो 1000 एक्स माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर हमारे पास बन जाएगा। अच्छा जी, इसके बाद फिर हमारे पास जो रिक्वायर्ड में आता है वो है प्राइस p ऑफ एक्स। तो p ऑफ एक्स फाइंड करने के लिए हमारे पास फार्मूला बन जाता है आर एक्स माइनस सी ऑफ एक्स। इन दोनों को माइनस करके फिर हमारे पास प्राइस आ जाएगा। तो आर ऑफ एक्स की वैल्यू हमारे पास है 1000 एक्स माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 3000 प्लस 20x। तो p ऑफ एक्स इक्वल्स टू माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर ये आ जाएगा। 1000 x को माइनस 20x के साथ जो है माइनस करके हमारे साथ आ जाएगा प्लस 980x माइनस 3000 ऐसी आ जाएगा। अच्छा, अब डेरिवेटिव लेने के बाद ये हो जाएगा 2 नीचे आ जाएगा -2 और 2 - 1 तो x हो जाएगा -2x प्लस 980 x जो है एज इट इज़ वो एक 1 नीचे आएगा, फिर वो x ख़त्म हो जाएगा -3000 ये तो सिफर आएगा। अच्छा जी, के बाद सेट p डेरिवेटिव इक्वल्स टू 0। अच्छा जी, अभी हम यहाँ पर फाइंड करते हैं कि p मैक्सिमम हमारे पास क्या आएगा ना जी। तो इसके लिए हम ये सेटिंग अभी करते हैं कि p डेरिवेटिव अगर हम 0 के बराबर ले रहे हमारे पास हो जाएगा 2x इक्वल्स टू 980 जी। अच्छा, इसके बाद जी हमारे पास ये हो जाएगा 2x इक्वल टू 980 तो x इक्वल्स टू 490। अच्छा जी, अब ये है p मैक्सिमम। अच्छा, अब हम p मैक्सिमम को फाइंड करते हैं, लेकिन जब हमारे पास x की वैल्यू क्या हो जी वो 490 हो। तो x की वैल्यू जब 490 हो तो ये बन जाएगा माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर। तो माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर की जगह जो है x की जगह 490 आ जाएगा, ठीक है। और इसके बाद प्लस 980 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 490 माइनस 3000। अच्छा, इसके बाद फिर आएगा ये, इसको सिंप्लीफाई करके हमारे पास आ जाएगा अच्छा 2700 पी के आर ये इतने रुपए आ जाएंगे। तो ये हमारे पास पी मैक्सिमम प्राइस हमारे पास आ गया। अच्छा जी, अब जो ये वैल्यू है पी एक्स ये हमारे पास आ जाता है। अच्छा चलो ठीक है, हाँ सही है, एक्स स्क्वेयर प्लस 980 इंटू 490 माइनस 3000। अच्छा चलो ये तो ठीक है। इसके बाद फिर है पी एक्स इक्वल टू 1000 माइनस एक्स। तो पी एक्स अभी हम ये फाइंड करते हैं कि मतलब जब हमारे पास 490 एक्स इक्वल टू 490 अगर हमारे पास मैक्सिमम जो प्राइस हो वो 490 है, तो फिर हमारे पास प्राइस एक की कितनी आएगी, तो पी एक्स इक्वल्स टू हम करेंगे 1000 माइनस एक्स, एक्स इक्वल्स टू 490। अगर हमारे पास यूनिट्स 490 होगी, अगर हमारे पास यूनिट्स 490 होगी, देन हमारे पास क्या बन जाएगा 1000 माइनस 490, तो हमारे पास बन जाएगा 510 PKR, हमारे पास 510 रुपये बन जाएंगे। अगर यूनिट्स हमारे पास 490 हो तो फिर रुपये हमारे पास PKR 510 PKR बन जाएगी। अच्छा जी, रिजल्ट में हमारे पास ये आ गया कि वी फाइंड द मैक्सिमम प्राइस विच इज़ 237 and 100 PKR बाय मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमम वैल्यूज ऑफ फंक्शन। तो इसमें हमारे पास क्या फ़ायदा है जी, ये एप्लीकेशन हमारे पास आ गया कि हम मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमम वैल्यूज ऑफ फंक्शन के बेस पर हम ये फाइंड कर सकते हैं कि मतलब अगर कोई कंपनी है, कोई दुकान है, तो इसमें हमारे पास जो प्रोडक्ट्स है उसके कितने यूनिट्स है, उस यूनिट्स के बेस पर हमारे पास कितना टोटल जो है प्राइस वो बन जाता है ना, तो ये हम ये फाइंड कर सकते हैं। तो बस दैट्स इट, बस हो गया जी। जज़ाकल्लाह, अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Zainab Ali from SC, and today I'll be explaining water level rise in a conical cylinder. Means how a water level rise in a conical cylinder. For that, I'll be using an example from the lecture given by Dr. Nazir. I'll be using the same data. I have already made the figure and written the data, but now I will step by step explain and solve the question. First of all, let's understand the question. Here a conical cylinder is given and the height of conical cylinder is 10 feet, whereas the radius of the opening of the conical cylinder is 4 feet. Now the conical cylinder is being filled with water from this water tank, and the water present in the conical cylinder is now 5 feet. As we are continuously pouring the water from the water tank, the water level is rising, and the rate of which the volume of the water is rising is 2 feet per minute. Now, the values I have already explained. Moving towards what is required. Here we require the rate of water rise at depth 5 feet, that is dH by dt, which is technically the depth. And I'll also explain the minimum and maximum. Like the minimum would be at the bottom point and the maximum would be at the top. Now we can use chain rule. Like chain rule, dV by dH into dH by dt is equal to dV by dt. Now what is this? The rate of change of volume can be explained with the help of two related rates. That is the rate of change of volume with respect to height and the rate of change of height with respect to time. Now moving towards the formulas. First of all, we should know that the volume of the conical cylinder is 1 by 3 pi r square into h, where base is taken to be pi r square and height is h. Now we need the value of r here, but value of r is not constant, as the radius is changing from the bottom to the top, but the radius is changing in a ratio, or we can say a constant rate. We can consider it from the radius, and the height is x by y is equal to r by h. Similarly, we will use this rule here. Here we have power 3, so the 3 will be at the beginning. We will write 4 pi 3 into 25, then 3h, 3 minus 1, then dh by dt. Now 3 cut. Now 4 pi by 25 h square dh by dt. Moving towards what is required, that is dH by dt, that is rising of water level, rate of rising of water level. So we know that h is equal to 5, So now putting the values, 2 is equal to 4 pi 5 square by 25 dH by dt is equal to 4 pi into 25, which will be cut with the 25 in the denominator, then dH by dt. Now we have 2 is equal to 4 pi dH by dt. To get dH by dt, we will divide 4 pi on both sides. 4 pi, 4 pi. Now dH by dt is equal to 1 by 2 pi feet per minute. This is the required result, means the rate at which the water is rising in a conical tank. Thank you.